Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine HyVee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Welcome back, friends. It's Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. We're coming to you live on Tuesday, the 16th of June. Nice, sunny day outside. Feels good. I want to share something that my friend Chris Anderson, who's sitting to my left, was talking about. He's got an opportunity to do another outside mural. Is that right? So Chris has done several paintings in downtown Muscatine, and the latest will be happening at that church right there, right? And it's the, Chad, can we zoom in on that? What is it? The Trinity, Apostle. Is that how you say it? Yeah, it's tough to say. Trinity Church. We'll just say that, right? Trinity Church. So it'll be outside on 2nd and Walnut. Look at that. Very soon. And are you going to give us any hints as what it's going to be?
We're just going to go with colorful.
Okay. On that wall, is that where it's going to be? Okay. So if you're familiar with where we're looking, 2nd and Walnut downtown, that wall will be painted by local artist Chris Anderson, and he's starting on that today. That's fantastic. So again, if you have space that you want to look better, Chris Anderson, artist on Facebook. It's great. Every time I hear about Chris doing another project, I'm like, now is the time to have him paint the bat signal on my garage door. I should just do it. And then my wife would be like, what happened to the garage door? And I'm like, I think we got tagged. I think it's graffiti. I don't know. I don't know what happened. She'd be like, well, it looks very professional. I don't know. And then I wouldn't tell her that I had Chris Anderson do it. Okay, so that's exciting, and keep us updated on that, please. I want to mention a couple of things that we're going to get to our guests. So just a reminder, again, this store open at 6 a.m. I'm going to keep talking about it until I'm literally blue in the face. So because people, I think, are still maybe not knowing. So if you need anything, 6 a.m., open for business for everybody. No more at-risk hour. It's 6 a to 11 p. Had a guy on Instagram last night say, you used to be open 24 hours. And I said, yep, we did. But we hadn't been open for 24 hours for like 7 months. So that's nothing new. That was a company decision, and I think it makes sense. So 6A to 11P, just keep that in mind. Today is Top Care Tuesday at the store. Top Care products, maybe you're dealing with allergies, and you're like, man, I don't want to pay the name brand price. The same active ingredient is in Top Care products, just like it appears in name brand. And today, when you buy one Top Care product, you get one for 50% off. So you can see in that image right there, there's all-day allergy, there's pain relief, there's words I can't pronounce like flu, I don't know how to say that. Nasal spray, that's what it is. It's nasal spray. Don't expect me to know how to say these big words. So that's every Top Care Tuesday. Buy one, get one 50% off here at the store. Don't miss it. Real quick, and we'll show you more of these later. Father's Day Sunday. Brad, you keep that camera right there because I'm going to come to you in just a second. Just a quick idea for Dad from Wine and Spirits, locally made whiskey. This is from the Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire, Iowa, owned and operated by Ryan and Garrett Burchett, two longtime friends of mine. Available at Wine and Spirits. I'll show you more options for Dad later on the show, okay? And then the last thing I want to say is the free after fuel ad that's on the back page of this week's Discover Muscatine newspaper. It's also on Facebook. You use the fuel saver, you stock up, you save. You know, I'm excited. I have 52 cents on my fuel saver, and my wife doesn't know, but I used her phone number and got gas the other day because she never uses her fuel saver. So never. Maybe now she'll start, but she just doesn't do it. So I'm going to use it, and I think that's fine because we are in the same house. But in the meanwhile, if you need to restock your fuel saver, like my wife would need to with hers, there are some great deals for you on the screen. Check them out, and then come and see us, right? It's that easy. And then at the very least, when you get the paper, cut out that coupon. Even if you don't have a fuel saver, everybody gets 20 cents off per gallon. No strings attached. Take the price of gas, subtract 20 cents off of it. Nobody else in town can do that. And we're happy to offer that for you, and it went over really well the last time. All right, before we bring our first guest on, I want to just take a look outside because it's beautiful this morning. We're coming to you. It's 8:36 right now, and there is a big old tent in the parking lot, and that tent went up yesterday, and as of this Friday, the plan is to have all systems go and that will be the official MCSA fireworks tent, the only tent in Muscatine County that you can purchase with a purpose. When you buy fireworks, a portion of each purchase helps MCSA. So Jenny Learness is here, and Marie Franke. Marie, I was so worried that I was going to say your last name wrong. Did I say it right?
Frankie.
How would I think that I couldn't get it right? It's not a hard name to pronounce.
No.
But I saw, and this is true, I saw Judy Yates on Friday, and I was like, Jenny and Marie are coming on the show. It's Frankie, right? She was like, yeah, you know how to say her name. And I'm like, I know, but sometimes I see, like, if anything, Learness would be harder than Frank with an E at the end of it. It's not that hard, but I have this thing because my real last name is Lokinsole, and it's been butchered my whole life. So I'm super anal about, like, wanting to say people's names correctly.
Yeah.
Now Jenny's going to say that I say Learness wrong.
No.
We're good?
You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
That was
now.
actually the one thing my mother-in-law warned me about
Yeah.
on my wedding day was this forever now you're going to have to correct people on how to pronounce your name.
Well, I figure if that's the only thing she warned you about, that's good. Everything
I'm
else,
doing good.
You're making a good decision. We're happy for you. Nobody's going to object. But listen, this last name thing,
Yep.
it's a whole thing. And one day you'll be on a talk show in a grocery store's bar. But no. All right, so this is, we were just talking before we started. Time goes by quick. This is year 4
Yep.
for the MCSA
Year 4.
fireworks tent. It's an awesome opportunity to raise money for MCSA. And I'm happy that you both are here because I'm assuming you still need volunteers.
Yes.
How are we doing with that? And what I like about the one graphic for volunteers, Jenny, is you have shifts on there. Like you guys thought, you know what, let's make it crystal clear. So how are you looking as far as even just like opening day this Friday and then into the weekend? Are we looking okay, Jenny and Marie?
Well, we're looking pretty good for volunteers. We can always use more. We're always welcoming more. Jenny and I learned a lot last year from the fireworks tent together, and so we tried to make a lot of improvements. And one was with the shifts and the slots for the firework tent. So anybody that wants to come Thursday afternoon at 1, we do have the MSC soccer team. They offered to come out and help unload. We sent out a response and we got about 7 kids total that were able to come and still waiting more responses. So that's the biggest part is unloading and then packing up. I mean, that's some serious sweat out there. So
yeah, and it's a lot. So it's like a full semi truck. And you're right. Last year was both of yours first year fireworks tent. So imagine, and it was kind of Scott, right? Or was he there the year before? He was there, but he wasn't
there, but not out there as often.
He wasn't the guy, right? So there were a lot of firsts, and that was the first time that the tent got knocked over by a storm, which was terrible. But it was very successful, and we're talking about, I mean, thousands of dollars that can help MCSA. So that's where I'm at. Like, if you're gonna buy fireworks. And even if, you just get like sparklers and snakes for the kids, you should spend however much money at this tent because it's the only one, staffed by volunteers that is going to really help make a difference. And that's the story, Jenny, is that yes, there's fireworks tents in town, we get that, but this is the only one that that $10, $20, $50, $100, a portion of that is going to stay in town to help people at MCSA.
And we know that fireworks can be a little controversial.
Sure.
There's opinions about that, but we know that they're going to be sold in town anyway. And so at this tent, it's guaranteed that a portion of your purchase is going towards like reducing and ending homelessness and domestic violence and food insecurity in Muscatine, and that's what we're here to do.
Well, and that coupled with the fact that there's Scott from the show. I just love I love the giant fireworks, and I hope to have more of them here with us. Look at that Iowa Nation one. We're also in the midst of a pandemic as well, and I know that it's been difficult for everybody, but then MCSA continues to be there. So, and I think this 4th of July, because of so many things being canceled, that fireworks are going to be sold, I don't know, tenfold more than last year. So if you're planning something, this is the spot for you. I mean, the selection's great. Bellino works really well with, having those good offers. I mean, sometimes they'll have like buy 3, get 3 or whatever. I don't know how they put those
The
together.
Lady Liberties.
The Lady Liberty, yeah. The names of the fireworks are fantastic. And what's also cool is like you can scan them with your phone and it'll show you a video as to like exactly what the firework does.
Yeah, and before you come out, if you are questioning what a fireworks does, we always say, even at the tent, you can download the Bellino app.
Yeah.
And it'll show you about a 60-second clip of what the firework will do. So I learned that very quickly last year because I didn't really know too much about fireworks, but then I downloaded the app and I felt like afterwards I could tell you about anything in the tent that happened.
Were you surprised at how, like, I remember the first day it was open last year, people were ready. I mean, they were buying a lot of stuff. Was that a surprise? Like,
it was for me.
Right?
It was for me just because, like I said, I never really got into buying fireworks before, and to see them so eager to give back and to shop specifically at this tent was a big. I mean, it was an eye opener for me.
Yeah, and we talked to some people who said, like, no matter what, like, even if they live like across the street from a different store with a tent there, they'll come down here because they know that this is the tent that gives proceeds back. So that was special.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see how much money comes back after this, this year is done, because in 4 years, I mean, we have to be over $100,000, right? Have we done the math on that? I mean,
in the past 3 years, we've come in with a little over 50,000.
Wow. So just think about that. What has that allowed MCSA to do? Well, the answer is a lot, because you're so good at, allocating any donations that come through. But when you can have something like a fireworks tent, that's a substantial amount of money. So again, if you're watching, this is the place. And even if maybe you don't like fireworks, but you love volunteering, that's fine. Like, they'll take your help, because again, it's the only tent in town that's staffed by volunteers. And it's the only, it's one of very few that isn't coming in from out of town. Right? These are local people. It seems like every year you've had good support from local, businesses that'll send volunteers out. Is there still opportunities for that? Like, if somebody's watching at a place of work, could they bring it to someone in HR and say, hey, can we help out?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, last year we had a bunch of local businesses volunteer to take like half a day or a day, and they would do it as like a staff opportunity and have their staff work together. We had people from Bear and like Trinity Muscatine and Toyota, like a bunch of local businesses sent their staff, and that was helpful and nice to meet new people too.
So the resources that'll come in, obviously, MCSA does a lot. How are things down there as far as, are you at capacity? Because that's a weird question to ask, but I feel like it's worth talking about. So as of today, how are things looking at MCSA on Iowa Avenue?
Sure. We're never technically at capacity. Like, if someone needs a place to stay, we will find a place for them to stay. But throughout the pandemic, our housing navigators have done a really good and thorough job of getting people housed as quickly as possible, so that way they have their own space. In 1 week, they housed around 40 people.
Wow.
So we went from a relatively full-ish shelter down to it being almost empty. Within the last few days, the family shelter and the overnight shelter have a few people in them, but the housing navigators are working really fast to get them housed.
That's fantastic. So again, if you're watching the tent, the plan is to open Friday, right? But in the meanwhile, Thursday around 1 p.m., semi-truck full of fireworks to get sorted out. And I like I said at the beginning, I really think this is going to be the busiest year for it. Like, I know, and I never thought I would have bought as many fireworks over the last couple of years. But when you know that it supports a good cause, you're inclined to think, well, maybe I'll go back and get another, because they have a lot of great stuff that's, I want to say, safe for kids, And that's the thing. I think, like, for people that are watching, whether you want like that, you saw that picture, that giant Iowa thing. If you're after the big stuff, it's there.
It is.
But then if you're looking for more just like the driveway snakes or spark, we probably bought, I can't even think about how many sparklers last year I lit in my driveway. Hundreds of them. Because it's easy, The thing to keep in mind is when you buy stuff, you got to hang on to it. Because you technically can't light off fireworks in Muscatine. Is it July 3rd? Is that still the date? I don't know if it's changed again, but there's the window to light off fireworks. The first year was a little bit bigger, and it's since shrunk down a little. But look at the size of that, Iowa Nation, right? So great example of, and the big stuff, like Marie, do you feel like the big stuff went quickly last year? Did they have a good inventory of the big stuff? Should people hesitate? What do you think?
I thought they had I thought we had a good inventory of the big stuff. Towards the closer to the 4th, I felt like we were trying to get orders in from other places, but I felt like our inventory was really well put together.
Sure.
I had a lot of people come down from Davenport, specifically because it was the MCSA tent, but also because they could only find a certain type of firework at the Bellino tent.
That's cool.
And so they had looked where the Bellino tents were and were sorting out for that product. So, I mean, and as far as like for kids stuff, there's tons of stuff. If you don't want the big explosion and you just want the snaps and the sparklers and the snakes, there's plenty of those type deals too. I think last year they had buy one, get 3 free for the smoke balls.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And, that just made some kids, he didn't need a lot. I mean, he just wanted to have some fun, and make it smoky, and that was exactly what it was. So there's a lot of good deals. I think people are going to enjoy I think the Lady Liberty was $19.99. You buy one, you get 3 free, and those actually give a really good show too.
Super cool. Yeah.
So
Jenny was excited about the Godfather one. I went in that picture we were just looking at. Listen, some of these have like the most ridiculous packaging. Like, how do they have Marlon Brando from The Godfather on a firework? I don't know.
Yeah.
But some of them are like, you look at it and you're like, I don't even know if I feel comfortable lighting that. It's very intense. It's like, you're looking at it and it's like, wow, it's kind of intimidating just sitting on a table. I admittedly had a mortar last year in the driveway, and the tube, first one went off, and it was like, holy smokes. That might be a little bit too much for the neighborhood. And then I lit one more, and then as it shot up, the tube fell over. Because I didn't know you're supposed to secure these things to like a board or something. So I just thought, I don't want to, because we were new in our neighborhood last year, like I don't want to be the new neighbor that sends a mortar into somebody's backyard. So please be safe, be responsible.
Yeah, please.
But that's just part of it. Like, and I get that people don't like fireworks. I respect that. But I also want people that enjoy them to just be responsible.
Right.
Don't light them off this weekend, because the police will maybe show up.
Yes.
I mean, I was driving in town Saturday, and I don't want to say where, but we turned a corner and just right in the street, lighting bottle rockets. I'm like, it's too soon.
It is.
Like that, and the police don't want to have to deal with it until it's legal to light them off.
Sure.
Jenny, did you have a favorite firework last year, or were you just like over it? Like I've been around fireworks too much, or did you get the Godfather one right there?
I don't know. I don't particularly love the sound, but like I like sparklers. I don't know. I like the small ones.
Yeah, there's some that like for the kids, my kids love. There's like a chicken one where you light it and then a balloon fills up near the chicken's butt and then it explodes. I don't know how else to describe it. It's true. I'm not making this up. Back me up, Maria. Right? This is a real thing.
The other big one was the dog.
The dog
one was a big one.
You light the dog and it looks like it's going to the bathroom?
Yeah, that would be it.
Listen, it's all for a good cause. So don't judge me on what I was buying last year, because it was all money well spent. For the people, we already talked about if they're anti-fireworks, they want to volunteer, that's fine. If they're anti-fireworks, but they want to help out MCSA, what else could they do? Are there ways to volunteer? Certainly, as I always say, if you're rich and you want to write a check, I said this yesterday, if you hate fireworks and you're rich, you want to write a check for 50 grand, I'll get that 10 out of here today.
Yep. Could
you imagine? We call Bellino and we're like, hey guys, guess what? We're out. Somebody just wrote a check for 50 grand. So that's an option too. But what are the current needs that MCSA has for both volunteers, and then is it supplies, is it monetary donations?
Sure.
What do we need?
I'll kind of leave volunteers to you, but one way that is helpful to us is if you engage with our posts on social media, and it's important to get that stuff out there as well. And so like you can follow us on Facebook, we have an Instagram, like support us in that way and share with your friends, or just have conversations with people and tell them about the great experiences you've had. Pretty soon, we're hoping to get back to giving tours too, so people can see the inside of our facility. But you can participate like in our fundraisers, participate in our social media, that kind of thing, and then you can volunteer as well.
Yeah, for volunteers for the firework tent, you can go to our webpage and our Facebook page and see the time slots that we have and my email contact there. Just shoot me an email, let me know that you're interested in wanting to help volunteer, and we can hook you up with a time slot that's best for you. You know, the tent's going to be a big one. Another big one that we still have a need for is the food pantry and food preparation bags. We're still going to be having volunteers work on that. I mean, if you think about it, we're doing the firework tent and we're doing the food pantry and food, you know, food bagging. That's huge for a community to come together like that and provide volunteers. It blows my mind how giving this community is. It's awesome.
Well, and again, we in the midst of a pandemic, so already a great place to live, and we know that, super supportive. Then this happens, and people have been asked to step up, and volunteers have, and there's people that have been volunteering nonstop since March, and helping out and helping feed people and meet the need. And there's probably people that we don't even know that are quietly donating resources, money, food to help because they understand. And we've had conversations with United Way and Salvation Army that if anything, the pandemic has shined a light on perhaps folks that were in need that we didn't know about.
Right.
So we got to continue to take care of them. And then obviously what MCSA is able to do, amongst everything else, is just find, like Jenny said, 40 people in a week were, found a place to live.
Yeah.
And what do they do if there's no MCSA? You don't want to think about that. It's a terrible thought, right? If anything, I want the city to say, hey, MCSA, you want that old Mustard Public Library? We'll connect it with a little bridge thing, and we'll make it all fancy for you. Come on, City of Muscatine, what are we doing with it? I mean, it's just an empty old library, right?
Sure.
Yep.
I'm not saying that MCSA wants it. Maybe they don't want the old library, but we need MCSA to be strong, and part of that, like Marie said, fireworks tent, feeding people, the folks right now that are at the domestic violence shelter, where would they have gone if the shelter wasn't there? So, and it's all. I know it seems odd if you're thinking like, hey, you're talking about fireworks and helping a place like MCSA. Yeah, well, it's a lot of money.
It is.
And again, if you hate fireworks enough to write a check, please bring it over. Well, you bring it on this show. We'll present it to them. But in the meanwhile, you have to get creative with ways to raise funds, and that's what was so smart about this 4 years ago, when fireworks became legal, to partner with that. And it's cool that Bellino has continued to do it. Are there any, has anything changed with respects to the pandemic and the fireworks tent? I mean, it's always a clean tent. I mean, it's always ventilated, spaced out well. So I don't know what else would need to change. And that's my experience from 3 years of being there, but has anything had to change?
Yeah, we definitely plan on encouraging distancing and having space between folks when they're checking out. And our volunteers and our staff will be wearing masks. We encourage the public to wear masks as well. And we'll also be sanitizing. I mean, we cleaned the tent obviously last year, but we're going to take it to another level to make sure it's clean for everyone. So it'll have some impact on it, but we still want everyone to have an enjoyable experience while they're in there shopping.
Absolutely. Okay, so the plan is all systems go this Friday, and in a perfect world, as far as the time, what is it, noon-ish in a perfect world to be open Friday?
As soon as the fire marshal clears us for everything, we're good to go.
So, and that's another part of this. If you're not aware, fire marshal needs to make sure everything's up to code, and then you get the green light, and you're open for business.
Yep.
And then it's off to the races. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the selection. I feel like it's changed every year.
It has.
And for people that are, because I also feel like there's fireworks snobs out there. I'm just gonna say it, and they're like, well, I need the explosion 5,000. It's like, okay, well, if it's not here, again, it's the only tent that's giving back. So buy something.
Yep.
Right? Don't be the person that's like, no, that's because it's a huge tent and there's a lot of stuff that's going to be in it.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you that I've bought from that tent for the last 3 years and I haven't felt like I missed anything. What am I looking for? M80s? What we don't have is dynamite. I'm sorry, there's no dynamite in the tent. And it's probably good that there's no M80s. If you're not familiar with what an M80 was, one time my dad lit one and handed it to me in his Ford Bronco, and I threw it out the window, and it not safe. They were not safe. Thanks, Dad. But please just keep that in mind as you're, traversing around Muscatine County. You're going to see these tents pop up, and this is the only one that every transaction helps MCSA. Stephanie says on Facebook, I love fireworks. My dog hates them. We've learned to live with it. Yeah, I get it. And I don't think there's any animals that are like, oh, cool, fireworks,
Right.
Except deer. Deer love fireworks, don't they? I don't know.
Maybe.
If you say so.
Yeah. I get the dog thing. In a perfect world, it's just, like 24 hours when it's happening.
Yeah.
Maybe you let the dog in your bed and you turn on a fan or something. I don't know what the secret is. But listen, the tent is going to be ready to go. Oh my gosh, is this the Bellino website? Oh yeah, look at these names.
I remember that.
Rip the Sky. I love it. Pearl Flower. What else do we have? The Mighty Rattler. Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something for everyone.
The Mighty Cobra. This is great. Can I get in what is that thing? Whoa,
That
baby.
looks new.
That
It's
is
like the
new.
X-Men firework. I feel like I could be, is there a job that just names fireworks? Like, wouldn't that be a great opportunity? So, Bellino Fireworks, MCSA, ready to go. The plan is this Friday. Need volunteers. Please keep that in mind, from bringing product off of the truck into the tent and then just staffing it. If anything, all we would want to have happen this year is a little bit of warm weather, because last year it rained quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it was
Yes.
hot and it was humid, and then the tent got knocked over, which was awful. So we don't want any of that to happen.
Right.
Let's just hope for a quiet year, right?
I will say, I hope for good weather, but
Yeah.
another learning experience for me too was when that tent blew over, how quickly it got put back up. That was crazy. I think in one day,
It was a day,
they got it built back up.
Yep.
We had the soccer team come out and unload. We had everything ready to go, and we were ready to sell. So I kind of think on Thursday, if we can, the more people we can get to come volunteer to help unload it, the sooner we can open.
Yeah, that's a great point, right? Get everything set in position and then be open for business and start. And it's going to be a great busy season. So please connect with MCSA crew if you want to volunteer, or just come and buy a whole bunch of fireworks. And the best part about where we're at now with the show is we'll be able to see, Friday morning, if it's open for business, we'll send Chris out with some money and we'll buy some fireworks. And the Bellino website, right? Whether it's the website or the app, you can see exactly. Chad, let's click on finale items, right? People always love the finale stuff. So this, these are great products. The 2-minute warning, let freedom
That was
ring.
a popular one.
Yeah, that was popular last year.
Oh, let freedom ring. It comes with a baby bald eagle. That's the best part. Locked and loaded. Only a few left. Really? Kicking and screaming. The power grid. Look at the power grid. That's fantastic. Stretching the limit. I remember stretching the limit. Salute the troops. American heroes. Oh, you're going to find this only in our parking lot with the MCSA fireworks tent. Thank you both for being here. I appreciate it. I hope it goes smoothly this year. I'm ready to buy stuff. I know that much. If anything, I have leftover fireworks from last year. I don't know what to do with them. I didn't want to throw them out.
Yeah.
So I just held on to them. So, and there you go. 50 caliber artillery. Holy smoke. Sky Titan. What are these? This is great. All right, connect, be a volunteer, support the fireworks tent, and we'll keep you updated on this show. We're on 8:30 to 9:30 Friday. If we're open in between that time frame, please somebody let us know, and we'll get out there and be the first customers to purchase some stuff. And I appreciate your time. Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, MCSA fireworks tent in our parking lot, opening soon, and a great way in 3 years, talking about $50,000 for MCSA. So please consider making a purchase when it's open. Let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, which is kind of looking at our friend. Look at Sherry. We got her. Look at Sherry Siwasink at register 11. She's talking. We know that. She's always talking. And Brent Coolers looks like he's getting some more air in his 50% off balloons that are going above the DSW display. You can see Starbucks in the background, and of course the Hy-Vee Floral Shop Listen, the Just Because bouquets are the best, all right? I picked up a Just Because bouquet yesterday for my wife. I forgot what's in the box, didn't I? Every day I forget it. It's right here. How do I forget this thing? All the time. Every time it's right here and I forget. It's like I look over it. Where do I need to put it? I need to like strap it to my head. I mean, it's only on this table right here. Now, the good news is I don't know what's in here. Okay? So I will happily take one for the team with the Toyota Muscatine. What's in the box? And it is also National Fudge Day. So, wow. See how heavy those are? Why are those so heavy? Jeez Louise, the fudge brownies with English walnuts. What about American walnuts, okay? Where are the American walnuts? Guys, you know I don't like English walnuts. The nerve. The humanity. I'm kidding. All right, here we go. Toyota Muscatine, what's in the box? 2 things Brad said earlier. Okay, this feels like some type of lotion. I'm going to guess that it's suntan. Suntan lotion is my guess, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. And then we have a bag of, marshmallow. Well, it feels like a marshmallow, but the packaging itself is leading me to think that it's something. I'm going to go with marshmallows. Am I right? Okay, look at that. See, and I was wondering because the packaging felt, is it chocolate? What is that? Are these new? A chocolate stuffed marshmallow? What a time to be alive. Well, when I was feeling, I was like, it feels like a marshmallow, but I didn't want to say it felt like a stale marshmallow. But they're dense because they're stuffed with chocolate. Oh, my goodness. I like how it tells you on the back what you can do. You can roast it, you can toast it, you can bake it, you can melt it, or you can just open them and eat them. Honey, did you get those marshmallows for the s'mores? No. Did you eat the bag of marshmallows again? Maybe. Filled with cocoa marshmallows made with real chocolate. Cool. That's great. I think I had heard about these, and that is that's a super dense product. And then the other thing was, it's chocolate fudge. Okay. My guess was suntan lotion. Chocolate fudge, because it is National Fudge Day. These guys are on top of it. Look at that. Smucker's chocolate fudge. Freezes in seconds. This is the magic shell. Look at that. That's interesting. Okay. Smucker's. These, I always feel like back in the day, because it doesn't say, right? It doesn't say to refrigerate it, but inevitably you stick this in the fridge and then you go to use it. I've microwaved a lot of fudge bottles is what I'm saying, and I don't know if it's safe, right? I'm not sure if I can recommend that you microwave plastic bottles. I don't want to go on the record of saying that. But we have more hot fudge. Look at that. There you go. Now this is the one you can microwave, probably a little bit better, in the glass bottle, right? Or you just crack it open and you grab a spoon and you have yourself a little fun, right? How much sugar is in here? Just a little. That's great. So National Fudge Day. And of course, if you want to make things, Chris has got several options to make fudge brownies. Look at that. He's got almost all the brands represented, pretty much. Pillsbury, Betty Crocker, Hy-Vee brand, the Duncan Hines, and then another Betty Crocker. I told you that my 5-year-old a couple weeks ago was like, "You're making brownies." And I was like, "Are you asking or telling me?" You're making brownies. And they were okay. I don't feel like I make the best brownies. And I don't know. Can I see? Let me see the Hy-Vee box to be a company man. I feel like it says like what to do. Like if you want a brownie that's more chewy, or if you want it to be, because I don't feel like I want a brownie that's super cake-y or light, right? I want the brownie to be dense, like me, a little dense. So, and what's nice about this is you literally just add the eggs, a little vegetable oil, and some water, and you're off to the races. Now, if you don't want to do any of that work, of course we have, this is seriously the heaviest box ever. I can't believe, every time I pick it up, this is 1 pound individually wrapped fudge brownies. It even says it's the big pack, right? So you've got options right there, ready to go. This seems like it might be new. And then you got Little Debbie, right? So you got Little Debbie represented right there. National Fudge Day. Maybe you didn't think there were this many fudge products. Well, there are. And then, again, another option if you don't want to have to do anything. This right here is a home run. The bakery, Hy-Vee Bakery, can do everything for you. Look at this right here. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. Look at the variety of those brownies. Somebody's not eating sugar again. I'll give you a hint. It's me. And if I were eating sugar, I would crack this lid open and say that it fell on the ground. I don't know what happened. We had the brownies on the show, and the lid fell off, Roman. So we ate the profits. I'm sorry. But there's so many good brownies in here. You can see there's like a German chocolate one. There's just one with like a fudge on it. There's the cream cheese frosting. Oh, yeah. It's good stuff. And then, again, more options. Walnut right there. I don't know if it's English or American. Doesn't say. Good old Iowa walnut, right? I feel like with these kind of brownies, you're going to get something in your teeth. That's the only thing. But if that's the biggest thing that you're dealing with, that is okay. Hello to Riley Paul, who's watching on Facebook. Welcome in, Riley. We're talking about brownies and marshmallows because it's National Fudge Day. Okay. So Chris is bringing on the good stuff. Father's Day, Sunday. What do you get, Dad? What do you get, Dad? My wife texting me last night while she was at work. She's like, what do you think we should get your dad? My dad had mentioned maybe wanting to get his truck detailed. So I'll probably give him a card. And if I knew, and if anybody watching is in the Chicago area and you know of anybody that does like mobile detailing, let me know, because I would be interested in that. Like a mobile detail for my dad's truck would be pretty cool. In the meanwhile, I can tell you, over the years, I have bought my dad Cody Road. And if anything, I had the opportunity. I had the first batch bottle, not bottle 1, but it was like bottle 50 when they first did Cody Road several years ago. So this is from the Mississippi River Distilling Company in LeClaire, Iowa. I'm a fan, obviously. You've got another option right here from Iowa with Foundries, Iowa, isn't it? It's either Iowa or Michigan. No, it's Des Moines. It says it right there. Duh. So that's super cool. We've got the Cat's Eye. I don't even know what Cat's Eye is, but that's fun. Look at Cat's Eye. Awesome. Yeah. Essence of Iowa. Interesting. And there's a cat on it. Templeton Rye, of course, is a standby for people. Look at those guys. They're having a good time. Hello, fellas. Prohibition's over. What do you think? The one guy's like, I don't even know what you just said. Were you hitting the sauce before Prohibition was over? No. Were you running moonshine? And then here you have some Cedar. Is it Cedar Ridge? Yes. Iowa straight bourbon whiskey. 43%. Listen. Speaking of enjoying things responsibly, fireworks and whiskey. Don't get caught off guard if you're having too much whiskey. Like, you can't let that sneak up on you. So these are awesome ideas for Dad. And then I have to say, so these flowers, it's kind of funny. It says, like, it's flowers, but it's got a little tag on there. I'm going to see if I can turn that. Dad's Barbecue. So, do they smell like barbecue? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me see what's on the back of this. I'm just going to pull it out. Whoa, that was longer than I thought. Safe grilling. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it shows you, like, the grilling temps for your favorite meats. Let me see if we can get that on the screen. So maybe you get Dad a little thing of flowers, and then you get him, like, a meat bundle. Because this is something that I have to Google. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't remember the cooking temp for pork, right? I don't remember that. I have to Google it. Well, Turns out this whole time I could have just bought myself a thing of flowers and then pulled out this little doohickey, and I would have known how to not burn my steak. Could have been that easy all this time. I was Googling it on my talking computer phone thing. It's an interesting idea, you know, right? I mean, listen, Father's Day is this Sunday. Don't forget. And then, wow, we've got this. If somebody's having a birthday, you know, I almost bought these. So I had to buy a birthday cake last week, and I was looking at candles. I didn't see this. This is the incredible candle. Opens, spins, and sings a song. Keep this away from your fireworks. You got to zoom in on that. Look at that thing. Right? You got to keep that away. You got to be careful with the candle, okay? Just be careful with this one, because that could start some fireworks, all right? So be careful with that one. This one is called the Party Popper. What does it do? Bring excitement to any party. The ultimate cake accessory. Oh my gosh, it's edible confetti sprinkles. What is that? That is wild. So you light it and it explodes edible confetti on the cake? Maybe give a fair warning to anybody with like a heart condition before you put a firework on a cake. All right, now before we sing happy birthday, I want everybody to know that there's going to be a small explosion, but it's edible confetti. No, I don't know how I feel about this. I like how on the back it says it's patent pending technology. Is it really patent pending at the top? Oh, right down there too. Look at that. Patent pending. They got it like 6 times on here. Here's what you do. You put it on the cake, and then you get the heck out of the way. Oh, patent pending. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. That just seems like trouble waiting to happen, maybe. All right, let's mention a couple of things, and we're going to get out of here. I am really excited for MCSA and the fireworks tent to be open later this week. We'll definitely keep you posted. And quite honestly, in a perfect world, like I said, we're doing the show Friday. If they're open, and even if they're not technically open, we could always run out and get some product and probably bring them in here. I don't think that would be an issue, right? They know we're going to bring it back. So that's great. So let's mention a couple of things. We'll wrap up. So Top Care Tuesday. That's today and every Tuesday at the store. And like I was saying, it's not just allergy medicine, it's pain and fever, but there's also mouthwash and stuff like that. So if it has a Top Care and tooth, I need a toothbrush, kind of. I talked about the dentist yesterday. I feel like I need a new toothbrush. Maybe I get a toothbrush. So buy one, get one 50% off. I definitely need toothpaste still. I just literally got the last little bit of toothpaste out this morning. Then I threw it out. So I got to get that today. So right there, Top Care Tuesday. Buy one, get one 50% off. Top Care products. Don't pay the name brand price. If you don't notice the name brand difference, I was waving at our friend Sherry. She didn't wave back. That's fine. So that's going on today. The free after fuel ad. So Fuel Saver is awesome. You don't have to pay full price at the gas pump. I need to look up and see the amount that people have saved at this store. I'll pull that report. I can see on a monthly basis how much money people are saving with the Fuel Saver, but it's a lot. I know that. So just on this ad alone, you would save $2.46 off. Now, I'm not good at math, but guys, the price of gas is not $2.46, right? So technically, if you bought everything on this ad, you legally have to pay a penny. And there are people that'll get 20 gallons of gas for 1 penny. So if you bought everything on that ad, you're getting free gas, okay? So you buy the product at the register, you get the Fuel Saver added on, you do a little bit of math, all of a sudden it becomes free after fuel. So I'm going to get some lunch meat today. I'll probably get some of that Hy-Vee shaved deli ham because that's a Fuel Saver on there that I like. Need more batteries somehow. I feel like I just bought 700 AAA batteries. Half of them are gone. I think the 5-year-old I don't know where they go. I don't know what happens to them, but I need them, right? And chocolate milk is always a hot commodity in our house. So 14-cent Fuel Saver on a half gallon. Sign me up. I'll get 2 of them. 28 cents right there. Come on. I already told you I got 52 cents on the Fuel Saver. And then below it, right? If you're traveling, even if you're watching and you're like, I ain't got no fuel saver, it's a scam or whatever. Like, that's just for you. There you go. 20 cents off just because. Cut it out. Bring it to the gas station, 20 cents off. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to, answer a trivia question. You just cut it out. You got to have decent scissor skills. That's all you have to do, is not, cut your finger when you're using scissors to cut the coupon, and bring it to the gas station. And then last but not least, another coupon for this Sunday, right? So we've never done this before. Can we zoom in a little bit on that, Chad? This is a big deal. We've never done this 10% rebate. So whatever you spend on Sunday at the register, 10% of that total you get on a gift card. Okay? And I told you I'm not good at math, and I can probably figure this out. But I'm going to use my calculator. So just say you spend $175, you'd get a gift card with $17.50. So we've never done this before. You don't have to mail anything in. This isn't a mail-in rebate. You know who always forgets to do mail-in rebates? Me. I never remember to do it. This is right at the register. So whatever you spend on Sunday, if you have that coupon, you'll get the 10% back on a gift card. So if it's $100, it's $10. If it's $200, it's $20, and so on. So that's really cool. And then, you can use the gift card on more whiskey for Dad or whatever. Fudge rounds, maybe. Very dangerous birthday candles that explode confetti, because that's what you need. You need edible confetti in your life. I know you're missing out on it. So that's pretty cool. You need the Redneck Riot. There it is right there, $50. Listen, it's ready to go. That's a firework. That's a real thing. Oh, that's marvelous. All right. We still have some of the ground chuck, just real quick, in the meat department. $3.99 a pound, ready to go. I might not even have sent a picture. It's okay. It's in the meat department. It's a 10-pound tube. It's ground chuck. It's awesome. I want you to check it out. If anything, I think our very own Chef Scott, for his healthy lunch tomorrow, is going to do like a zucchini noodle pasta with keto meatballs, is what he said. So I said you should get some of that ground chuck if you need it. It's an awesome deal. So check that out. 10 pounds, $3.99. It's in the meat department. We talked certainly about the MCSA fireworks tent. The tent is out in our lot. Jenny and Marie were here. 4th year. They need volunteers. Listen, it's the only fireworks tent that is staffed by volunteers. It's one of very few fireworks tent that's local people, right? There's some fireworks tents, they come into town, you don't know where they're from. And as soon as the season's over, they're leaving with your money. Where's it going? You're right? So think about that. I kind of coined the phrase purchase with a purpose over the years, talking about this fireworks tent, because you were purchasing with a purpose. Your $20 fireworks, your $100 purchase, a portion of that going to MCSA to help people. So if you're going to buy fireworks, Brad, can we show them? There's a tent right there. Buy them from there. Not yet. Wait till Friday. We'll give you the okay. But it's in our lot. They need volunteers. They need volunteers on Thursday to empty a truck. There it is. Look at that. Big tent. Right? Ready to go. So really looking forward to that. And that fireworks tent seems like it'll be open through, this Friday. So June 19th through July 5th are the tentative dates for that to be open for business. Well, I'm excited because tomorrow night we will go to New Boston, Illinois for the first time with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. And if you are in the New Boston area, or if you know somebody that is, they've got to get their order in by 10 p.m. tonight, Tuesday. That's the deadline. So you go to Hy-Vee.com/grocery, or you download the Aisles Online app on your phone. You place your order. You got to search for the pickup location. You can search by typing in New Boston. You can search by typing in Fish Fry Park, because that's the name of the location that our friends in New Boston gave us. They said it's where we do this fish fry, and I said, okay, so there it is. $50 minimum order, and then we bring your order to Fish Fry Park. You will not be able to miss the giant Hy-Vee Aisles Online van. Probably have 2 of them, depending on how many orders we get. We're forecasting quite a bit. I think we have a capacity of 50 orders. So just things to keep in mind if you're in the New Boston area. Do your shopping, download the app, or go to Hy-Vee.com/grocery, and we'll see you tomorrow night. We go to Wapello tonight, New Boston tomorrow. We saw Brent with his 50% off balloons. DSW still got deals, right? Maybe Dad needs a new pair of shoes. I'll tell you who would like a pair of shoes for Father's Day. Lieutenant Greg Bach with the Salvation Army. He told you how much he likes those Sperry shoes. He only bought 5 pairs for himself the other day. He was treating himself. While supplies last, and a lot of the options are running low. So if you had your heart set on a pair of sandals or shoes, you got to get in here and check it out. Hello to our friend Rita Mathiot, who's watching on Facebook. Hi, Rita. How are you? Missed seeing you at the store. Hope you're doing well. And I hope you know that your Hy-Vee family, we are like, we can't wait to see you. Whatever the capacity of that is, Rita, maybe we just got to drive by the house. Bring the Hy-Vee to Rita. I'm assuming Rita misses us. I don't know if she misses me. Maybe. I'm kidding. Rita, thank you for watching, and I hope that you're doing well. You're just great. And I saw Rita driving not too long ago. It's always weird when you see people driving because you want to wave, but then I also think, like, should I honk? But then you got to worry about the car in front of you. Are they going to think that you're... Like yesterday, I was going home, and I was waiting to turn at the intersection of Mulberry and 61 by the movie theater, and the car in front of me, a bunch of kids, they weren't paying attention, right? So I gave them a little toot, and then they look back like, oh, it's an old guy in a van. And I'm like, you got to go. You didn't turn. Go. And by the way, I was in a car accident in that intersection, so I don't like that intersection already. But I'm like, let's go. It was a little toot. It was just like a hay toot. It was a hay horn. It wasn't like a, it was a bam. That's all it was. In my Toyota Sienna. I don't have like a truck horn. You know what I mean? I don't have like an Auga horn. But they just looked back, and then I got that look. And I was like, I've given that look in my life, and now I'm the recipient of the look, and I'm in the van. So I apologize. But you just got to pay attention when you're driving. I mean, that's just kind of an obvious tip, right? All right, last thing we'll show you, June food court deals. If you're looking for lunch or dinner, we'll put them on the screen. It's Tuesday. You can see what we've got to offer here at the store, and our crew will get you taken care of. But here's what I know. It's Tenderloin Tuesday. So tenderloin is always a no-brainer for me, whether it's the breaded tenderloin or the grilled tenderloin. I think Boney's still running them at $3.99, which is awesome, and 66-cent egg rolls. Woo-wee. Good deal right there, Clark. I'll tell you what. 66-cent egg rolls. That's fantastic. $4.99 any breakfast. Steve Graham, who's on vacation, he loves the $4.99 any breakfast deal. $6 for a 14-inch pizza. Those are the deals for today. I'm also going to give you a little teaser. Thursday is National Sushi Day, and I think we're going to put a fuel saver on all of the sushi. So tomorrow you can see is half-price sushi. And by the way, this guy, yours truly, has eaten more sushi than ever before. The tempura shrimp roll is marvelous. And on Wednesdays, it's half price. And then on Thursday, National Sushi Day, we'll have a fuel saver on there. Rita says that we can drive by and honk and wave at her house. Okay. What if I just drive by Rita's house and I park and I just lay on the horn? While also waving. Hello, Rita. Just honking. Her neighbors might not like that, but Rita would appreciate it. Okay, we're going to get out of here. I think our friend Bob Howard is here tomorrow. I guess I didn't look at the schedule of guests. I think it's Bob tomorrow. We've got comedian Chris Schlichting on the show Thursday, and more guests slated for Friday. I want to thank Jenny Learness and Marie Franke with MCSA. The MCSA fireworks tent right outside in our parking lot, open for business. The plan is this Friday, the only fireworks tent, as I've said time and time again, you buy fireworks, you help out MCSA. It's a win-win. It just makes sense, even if you're just getting sparklers or snakes or smoke bombs to the giant fireworks that you have funny names. It'll be ready to go. They need volunteers, and it'll help make a difference, I promise you. Happy National Fudge Day, everybody. Will you celebrate? I'm telling you right now, these look delightful. But, again, in my opinion, my humble opinion, bakery brownies are the way to go. Just look at that. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. They're so delightful. I'm using willpower, not having one. Look at this. Didn't crack open a brownie. How about it? Didn't also crack open any whiskey. They still got the little security things on it. All right? We were not totally enjoying the props. We'll be here tomorrow live at 8:30. Thank you for watching. Catch the show on cable as well. And if you need anything, it's right on the screen, hyveetoday@gmail.com. Guest suggestions, always welcome. Are we missing anything? Right? I don't know. You got to tell me. I mean, I try to pay attention to things going on in the community. There was a bear in Clinton yesterday. Did we miss that? Did you see that? There was a bear in Clinton, Iowa, just hanging out. I saw it on Facebook, unless it was not true, but it looked pretty true. So are we missing anything like that in Muscatine? What do you got, a bobcat in the backyard? Don't bring it to the store, but just send a guest suggestion to hyveetoday@gmail.com. Thank you to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota Muscatine, and our friends at Lutheran Living Senior Campus. Back live at 8:30 with y'all. Don't forget Dad. Father's Day this Sunday. What are you going to do for Dad? I told you, my dad looking for like a detail for his vehicle in the Chicago area. So try and set him up with that. And I, quite frankly, I might get him a bottle of Cody Road. He does like it. He likes Cody Road. He's a fan. It's pretty easy for me, right? And then I bought myself my own Father's Day present. This is called the gimbal, everybody, or an Osmo. Put your phone on there and you take good-looking pictures and stuff. So for the first Father's Day ever, I had an answer. What do you want for Father's Day? I said, I'll just buy it myself. It's right here. But knowing my wife, I'm assuming she'll have other things. As long as it's not a hamster, because I didn't ask for a hamster, right? And if you're playing along at home, you know that in my life, I've come home from work. There was a cat in my house once. Didn't last that long because I'm allergic, turns out. And then there was a hamster named Pickles who died tragically and brought a lot of joy to people's lives because one time Pickles got out and he was hiding under the refrigerator. So I don't want a hamster for Father's Day. And I don't want a cat. And I would tolerate a fish. I don't really want a fish because then I got to get a fish tank and I don't want a fish tank. I don't want to have to take care of. I already got a dog that I tolerate, So don't get me an animal is what I'm saying. If anything, I just want a DeLorean, okay? Is that too much to ask for? Just a DeLorean. If anybody out there has a DeLorean and you're sick of looking at it, call me, okay? All right, we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.